What's up, folks? Sean the Average Angler coming at you with another great video, and this time we are going to cover gear, rods, reels, new stuff that I've gotten into in this past year that really stands out and has made a big difference in my fishing. Okay, for one reason or another, I'll tell you why on each one of those is the case. And yeah, to be honest with you, we got one big winner here, and I'll share that in a minute. If you're new to the channel and you like this kind of content, hit that subscribe button down below. We'd love to have you as part of the Average Angler community where we talk fishing and fishing gear. I've made a lot of changes, and part of that is because of the YouTube channel. I've been trying a lot of new things out, trying different things. I kind of got into the JDM market, buying stuff out of Japan. With that, I've discovered a lot of great tackle. I also have some new rods that I've been using for the past, I don't know, year and a half or something. But I've got some sitting here that really stand out. They're not all what you think, and these are really just the ones that really stand out. The ones that really impress me, the ones I want to use, the ones I like using, so forth and so on. All right, so let's get with that. All right, first one on the agenda here is this reel. That is a Scorpion MD 200. Okay, MD for, what the heck is it? Mag drive. It's meant for throwing bigger, heavier items, such as swim baits. This reel has been phenomenal, and it's not a DC, but it casts so well and suits swim baits very well, because if you fish these bigger, heavier swim baits, it's really easy to blow up a reel because you have a really heavy bait on there. And with the heavy bait, sometimes if you try to over fling it, you can cause yourself some backlash problems. Now, what I really liked about the Scorpion MD is I found if I just do a nice easy lob, boy, does it send that bait flying. No risk of backlash, none of that. Works phenomenal. And part of that's the rod you pair it on. You got to pair the bait to the right rod. But the reel has done a phenomenal job and has really allowed me to move away from those 300 size reels. Now, I still have some for my real heavy duty stuff. Be honest with you, I don't like pulling them out. I tend to like always move towards those 200s, and I think I have enough now that I'm just gonna outfit all my rods with them. Been a great find. Shimano JDM market. That is the Scorpion 200 or 201 MD. Here I have, this one has been, this is the iRod 744 Heavy. It is the Bass Warriors workhorse. It is a 7'4" heavy, as I mentioned, cork handles, full cork. And this rod is kind of touted for its versatility. The number of things you can do. You can see there's a jig on here. I fished the frog tournament a couple weeks ago. We placed 7th. Not bad, not bad. But the 744 was my favorite frog rod out of all the frog rods I took. I took 5 frog rods. I really liked the 744. It just had that right feel of length, meaning it's longer than 7 foot, but it's not 7'6" or longer, which started to feel a little cumbersome. I did have a 7'9". I had a 7'5", but that 7'4", again, just was the one I wanted to reach for all the time. And it hasn't just been with a jig or a frog. I mean, it's been, now I have chatterbait rods, but I can throw that chatterbait on it. I can throw bigger spinner baits on it. I can throw top waters on it, okay? Bigger top waters, like your shower blows, your cane walkers, your stuff in that 120 to 130 millimeter range. Buzz baits, great buzz bait rod. You can throw smaller A-rigs on it. It's just a great all-around rod that does so many different things. And I bought 2 of them when I got them. And quite honestly, I almost wished I had 4 or 6 of them, because you can rig up a lot of stuff. They're also great for flipping and pitching. If you don't need to go to that 7'6" or longer rod, those are ideal. But I got another one on the way for that too that we're going to be testing out, and it's going to surprise you because it is not an iRod. All right, next up, the Shimano Bantam. Okay, easily the most expensive reel I own. Retail $369, $389, something like that. I've been buying them out of Japan for like $229, $220. Okay, great buy. The reels are not what I would call newbie friendly. So if you're new to bait casters, not real experienced using bait casters, this is probably not a reel I'd recommend for you. Reason being is these things spin really, really free. You can backlash them. What I like about them is, again, the effortless casting. I don't have to put a lot into it. Just cast the right angle and it's going to go. And for pitching to cover or targets, those kinds of things, phenomenal control. And it's a solid reel, okay? It's solid aluminum body, and you can see the side does not open up. It's solid. This rotates and then the center pulls out, so the frame remains whole, whereas most other reels, that whole side plate rotates off, so you get a little more flex in the reel. Now, does it make a difference? Some claim they feel it, some don't. What I can say is it's a reel that I don't think I'll ever have to replace. It is solid, solid, solid. I liked it so much, I bought like 8 of them. My swing head rod here, the iRod Air 754H, well, C and then H. C for casting, H for heavy, 7'5". This is their flagship model. They're $289. Again, very much like the 744, except it's an inch longer, a little bit more power, and crisper blank, being that it's the Air, not the Quercus. The Quercus is one rod lineup down. Both are phenomenal. The 754, a little bit more for my bottom bouncing stuff. I could use it for frogging also, but that 744 just fits the bill for me, okay? Again, very versatile. A lot of that stuff I mentioned on the other one, you could also use on this one. All right, another, now this one I don't think is JDM, maybe it is. I mean, I got it out of Japan, but that is a 200 HG, HG being your gear ratio, 7.4 to 1. This is a DC Corrado, okay? Again, 200, using it for the glide bait. You can see there, you see the nice wide spool. That's the thing about the 200s. You get a wider spool, so the line comes off the spool better because you have more line on top. So layer, layer, layer. Anyway, they cast really, really well. I like the DC aspect for casting these bigger baits because, again, like I said, backlashing, throwing these big, heavy baits, it can be a challenge. Bad thing is if you backlash one of these and it locks up and you really freaking put into a cast, guess where your bait's going? Fantastic reel. Again, Shimano. And on the spinning side of things, again, Shimano bought these 4 Vanfords for my spinning setups. They're extremely light. I believe they're like 6.3 ounces. Very, very light. 3,000 size. Great drag. Been very happy with them. They cast the braid very well. This is on my spinning rod. As you know, it's a spinning reel. Just love them. Okay, I'm not giving up on Daiwa, guys. I'm just telling you, I'm not getting rid of my Daiwa stuff. I still love that stuff. It's just different purposes. Now, in the spinning reel department, I'm kind of leaning this way. That said, I have a ballistic, which I'd put the ballistic right there with this, a little bit heavier. The Vanford is just a phenomenal bang for the buck. And yeah, I know it's hard to say bang for the buck at $250, but comparatively speaking to anything in that $200 to $300 range, I just don't see the value compared to this one. I like the big knob handle there. It just suits me well. I love it. It's treated me well all year, okay? On that same rod is that iRod Air 722 spinning rod. It's a medium action, super light. Again, it's the iRod Air. They're named iRod Airs for a reason, because they're super light, they're strong, super sensitive, they cast baits really, really well. You just got to pair them with the right weight ranges. Like I said, this is my medium. You'll see a shaky head on there. I throw the stupid tube on this all the freaking time. I love it. It's been an absolute marvel. All right, now the big one, and I think this one might be one of the most telling finds because it was kind of my first venture into, one, the DC realm, but also into the smaller reel realm, and that is the Shimano SLX DC 71. Okay, little lighter, smaller reel, 70 size. According to the box, as far as I can read, it says it will take 10 pound, 105 yards. Okay, so 10 pound test, 105 yards. I got the 8 2-to-1s. I'm pretty much using these for my finesse casting rods. Okay, I don't go over 10 pound test on them. I'm generally throwing 8 or 10. Most of the time it's 10. I bought one and they only had right-handed at the time, and those that don't know, I'm a natural righty. Many eons ago I changed to left-handed reels before it was the popular thing to do. I thought I could fish with the right. It just wasn't that comfortable, but I loved the reel. I didn't want to part with it, and I ended up selling it to a buddy. I thought, well, I'm just going to use, I had a Corrado DC 150 that I put on there, and there went the balance of the rod. So I just got 2 of these SLX DC 71, 70's the right-handed, 71's the left-handed. Absolutely love this reel. I think for the price, it's a great value. I don't know that you can get the 70 size in the SLX in the United States. Again, I ordered from Japan. One more thing to say about the Japan order. When you buy a reel from Digitaka, it's free shipping. He FedExes the package. It shipped on Monday. It arrived today. So it's quick shipping. I think the cost was $168 a piece. Again, great value. I didn't have much to compare it to. It's about 20 bucks less, I think, than the standard size SLX DC. So I saved money. A lot of times the 70s they charge you more for. It's been a phenomenal reel. I love it for my lighter line casting rod stuff. Okay, I use it for underspins, lighter underspins. I use it for my stupid tube rig when I want to throw it on casting, as well as a spinning rod. It is a finesse 7'4" casting rod, and I also throw my little peewee jig on there, that little jewel peewee jig. You hear me talk about this all the time. It's been probably one of the best tackle finds I've had all year, and that came from one of you. Thank you so much for sending those to me. You get 2 in a pack too, guys, so they're a good buy. They're fish catching machines. It's been a really good year for the average angler as far as some great tackle finds, some great gear finds. There's more stuff. These are the things that are really standing out that I really wanted to share with you guys and tell you, if you haven't ventured into buying from the Japanese market, give Digitaka a look. I don't get nothing from them. I'm just sharing what I've found with you. I mean, those bantams, I'm saving over $100 a reel. You know, 140 bucks, 150 bucks a reel, plus no tax. And as long as you stay under a certain dollar amount, there's no tariffs added. I don't know what it is. I think it's $800 or $900. I don't buy rods from there, okay? I just stick with the reels and the tackle, but there's a lot of good buys to be had, including fishing line. Check it out. Sean the Average Angler. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.